Hey happy homemakers, welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing my laundry routine with you all. This video has been requested a lot lately, so I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I'm going to be showing you the natural products that I like to use, as well as how I schedule my laundry routine around my regular morning cleaning and how I do laundry around having kids. So I hope this video gives you some major cleaning motivation. If you're new, my name is Justine, and on my channel I'm all about joyful motherhood, natural living, and an orderly and peaceful home. I'd absolutely love to have you as a subscriber, so make sure you hit that red subscribe button and turn that notification bell on, and also please introduce yourself down in the comments because I love getting to know all of my subscribers. Also, please take a moment right now to just hit that thumbs up button because it really helps me out on YouTube and I would really appreciate it. I always do laundry on Monday because I like to get my laundry done at the beginning of the week. I try to get my laundry started first thing in the morning because my goal is to get it finished when the kids wake up from their naps, so that in the afternoon we can do other things besides chores. So the first thing I do after making my bed is to go through all the clothes that are just laying around in my rooms. If it's still clean, I will fold it up and put it away. If not, I will throw it in a pile to get put into the laundry. So anything that's dirty in that pile, I just take to my hallway to sort. I really don't have a laundry room, but this little area is my laundry nook, and I tried to decorate it. So I have my laundry basket, which is full of laundry. I'll get to that in a minute, but I have two baskets up top, one for extra storage and the bottom one is for whatever needs to be ironed. I just throw it in that bin. And then also I have all of my laundry products on this little tray. So I really don't have a laundry room, but I tried to utilize the space to make it functional and cute at the same time. As soon as breakfast is done is when I try to dive into my morning chores. So I put a playlist on for the kids. I like this worship playlist on YouTube. I'll link it down below if any of you are interested. But I think background music helps the kids be a little bit more entertained. And then I just pull out the drawers of their toys just to get them going. But they were not interested in playing at all this morning. It's really important to me to get them busy because otherwise they'll just be hanging around me while I'm trying to unload the dishwasher and stuff, and it just really makes the work take a lot longer. So the first thing I'm going to do is just clear off the table. The reason being that I want to use that washcloth one last time before I throw it into laundry, but otherwise I don't do any housework until that first load is in. So really quickly, I just grabbed any washcloths that were in the sink and any hand towels that were on the counter. And I throw them directly into the washing machine because I always do a light load first. And this morning it took a little bit more work to get the kids busy. So what I decided to do was just line up all of Marcus's toy cars, and before I had even finished, he was happily playing with something else. And then it's time to start gathering the laundry from all around the house. The first thing I did was grab the kids' sheets. I also had to wash Marcus's bedding because his diaper leaked a little bit last night. I do their sheets as often as they need. Sometimes it's more than once a week. So because I was doing Marcus's, I just did Chloe's as well. And then I grabbed whatever was in their little laundry hamper. After that, I just head to the hallway and start sorting. And the reason I mentioned earlier that there is clean laundry in that basket is because throughout the week, if the kids' clothes get dirty or I get a dirty hand towel or dishcloth, I throw it directly into the washing machine. Anything that is light, and as soon as I get enough for the load, I just wash it right then midweek, and then it really cuts down on my laundry routine on Monday, so I only have 3 loads and I can get through it all in one day. And then I just save it and fold it with the laundry on Monday. The only other place there is laundry in our house is in mine and Daniel's bathroom. This is where most of the laundry goes during the week, so I just quickly emptied that out and then grabbed my hand towel and our bath towels from that bathroom. Once I was done sorting, I just finished loading that first light load into the wash. I usually sort into 3 piles, lights, darks, and then complete whites. I usually spray spots as soon as I put them in the laundry, but if I've missed anything, I just spray it before I throw it into the wash. Right now I'm using the stain remover from Grove, which works really well, but I also like that it's unscented, which helps my allergies. And then if there's anything delicate like this silk top, I like to put it in a mesh bag just to protect it in the wash. So in this first load, I do all of our light colored clothing and also any hand towels and washcloths. The laundry detergent I use is from Method. It is also the fragrance-free one, but I also have this dispenser I got from Grove that I really like. I think it looks pretty in my laundry room, but also you can use it with one hand, which is really handy when you have a little baby that likes to be held a lot. After that, I noticed that my dark load was way too big to put in the wash. Usually I only have to do 1 load. So I decided to separate it into sheets and blankets and bath towels and then everything else in the other load. And just to keep things real, this is what happens to my living room when mommy is busy. While the laundry's going, I head into the kitchen to complete my morning routine and clean up after breakfast. I had a couple books that were in storage. That's why I took out some disinfectant wipes and wiped them down before giving the kids them to play with. But yeah, as you can see, the kids were having a really hard time being distracted in the living room, but they were kind of staying out of my way, so I just let them follow me around. I've been trying to put in a load of dishes the night before because it really helps my morning routine go smoothly and not have so much to do as soon as we wake up, which has been helping out a lot, but there still seems to be so many dishes to do all the time. So I'm just going to quickly unload the dishes from last night and then reload the dishes that we had from breakfast. While I'm doing dishes, I just really quickly wanted to say thank you guys for all of your interaction and just positive feedback on my last few videos. I know you guys definitely like to see the cleaning videos, so I will keep them coming, as well as cooking videos because I know you guys like that. But other than that, what do you guys want to see? Because I'm always looking for suggestions and I really listen to you guys. So let me know in a comment down below if there's anything that you have been waiting for on my channel, because I really love to hear from you guys. Once the dishwasher is going, I just wash the last few dishes by hand that I don't want to go in the dishwasher, like my bamboo cutting boards because they might warp, and then I just let them dry out on the counter. I really love this bubble up brush. I've been using it a long time, but it's really awesome because it sits on a spring above the dish soap and you just push it down to get dish soap. It's just really convenient when you're only washing a few odd dishes. After that, I just scrub out my cast iron pan and put it directly on the stove to avoid rust. And then I wash the aluminum cookie sheet, which I'm trying to convert to safer cookware in my home. So the aluminum cookie sheet is like the next thing that I need to replace. However, I do always use a silicone mat whenever I'm cooking with it. Lately, I've been storing my cutting boards upright on my counter because I think they look really decorative, but also they hide the cords of my Vitamix and Dyson behind it. By this time, the first load of laundry was done, so I just switched everything to the dryer. If there's anything I don't want to shrink or is delicate, I hang it to dry in my bathroom, but the only thing in this load was the one shirt. Instead of using dryer sheets, I've been using these wool dryer balls. These are from Trader Joe's. My mom gave them to me. I like them because they soften my laundry and it saves me some money. And I haven't really noticed this, but they are supposed to cut down on the drying time. But also you can drop a few drops of essential oils on them and throw them in your dryer to freshen up your clothes. I haven't tried this, but I thought it was kind of cool. The next load is the dark load. It's all of the socks, underwear, and jeans or dark clothing. I add some laundry detergent, and also I like to drop in like 3 to 4 drops of lemon essential oil into this load just to help eliminate any odors from like the socks and stuff like that. Also, another good one to add to your laundry is eucalyptus, because this is supposed to help with allergies, especially during the summer. So this morning, Marcus discovered a pen and decided to leave some artwork on my countertop that I needed to clean off. So I used a combination of the Method Heavy Duty Degreaser and some Bonami cleansing powder, which worked on a rust spot I had a while ago. So I thought this combination might work on the pin mark. So I just mixed the two together and let them soak on the counter for about 20 minutes while I just continued with my chores. Next, it's time to sweep the floors. And there is so much junk on my floors. Every single morning, it's like this. I don't know how our floors get so dirty. Well, I mean, I do know, and I'm sure a lot of you have the same problem, but it just baffles me. After I was done with the floors, I just took a coconut scour pad and scrubbed off the pin mark, and it came off completely. It worked so well. Once again, the laundry was done and that first load was out of the dryer, and ideally I would like to fold it immediately because I know that while the clothing is still warm, there will be less wrinkles when you fold it. But honestly, at this point in my life, I just don't have time while the kids are awake to do it. So I just put all of my clean laundry in a pile and I fold it all while they're napping. All of my morning chores were done at this point, but there was still a lot of mess to clean up from the kids having fun while I was cleaning, which is how it always is in our house. I clean and they make messes, which Marcus is starting to get old enough to do some light cleaning up after himself, but usually it's only when he wants to watch a movie or he wants to play with a certain toy, and I ask him to please clean up before he gets that toy. So it's not really a regular thing at this point. So at what age did your kids start cleaning up after themselves as a regular chore? And how did you guys teach them that? Because that's kind of where I am at the moment, and I'd really love to know how you experienced mamas have done it. Once that last dark load is done, it's time to do my whites, which I usually do last, and it's usually the smallest load. And I always do my whites completely separate from anything else, and it has to be completely white. It can't have like writing on the t-shirt or anything. And the reason I do that is because this way the whites stay bright white like you just bought them. It is so nice. And to this load, I also add a scoop of the Molly Suds Oxygen Whitener because it also makes them really bright white. It is such a great product. And then I just start the load and put the kids down for a nap. Usually we nap right after lunch, so it's right around noon. After that, it was time to empty the last dark load and put the whites into the dryer. And usually I'm done by this point and I'm folding clothes while they're napping, but today I had 4 loads instead of just 3, so that's why I'm a little bit behind schedule. And I always find one sock that did not get washed. If you watched my last video, this exact thing happened then, and it always makes me so mad because the laundry is the biggest job and I can never completely be done with it. Fast fast forward to when that last load was done and it's time to start folding clothes. Then I just empty the dryer and bring that last load to the couch where I have all of the other laundry. I also grabbed that laundry basket, which is full of clean laundry that I did in the middle of the week, and I just fold everything at the same time. Like I said, I wish I could just fold it as the laundry was getting done to avoid wrinkles, but at this point it's just easier to do it while the kids aren't napping, and I try to make it something relaxing by making myself a cup of tea. Sometimes I'll listen to a book on Audible. Today I put on a movie on Netflix that I've been wanting to watch, and then I'll just fold things by myself, and it is quite relaxing. Another reason why I don't fold while the kids are awake is because they think it's just a game, and as I'm folding they will grab clothes and run away with them. It's so cute, but it really does not help me get my work done. I like to fold my sheets so the fitted sheet is rolled into the top sheet so that all the matching sets are folded together and they're just easier to find that way. And then I like to fold my dishcloths and face towels in thirds first and then fold them in half. I just think that they look a lot neater in the drawers. I don't do anything fancy with my hand towels, just regular folding. I wish I could do my folding a little bit more Marie Kondo style, but honestly I just feel like there's so much work. I just do everything as quickly as possible. Sometimes it's not all that neat, but at least it's clean and folded and put away. To fold the kids' clothes, because they're so tiny, I basically just fold them in half lengthwise and then lay them in the drawer that way. The top drawer is for their pajamas and onesies, the middle drawer is for their shirts, and then the bottom drawer is for their pants. And for Chloe's onesies, I do snap the snaps before folding them because that does look a little bit neater. And because that drawer is so small, I do fold these a little bit smaller. I fold them in half lengthwise and then fold them in thirds as well. And the same thing for their pajamas. I fold them in half lengthwise, tuck in the sleeves, and then fold that in thirds. For socks, I just put them together with the open ends at the top and then tuck them both into one of the socks. After that, Chloe woke up first from her nap, like she always does, before I could finish folding, because like I said, I had 4 loads of laundry today, so I was quite behind schedule. And of course, she started grabbing my folded laundry and running away with it, which is just too adorable. It's so fun to do it with her, but like I said, it does not make the job easier. And after that, it's time to start putting everything away. I try to pile everything on my ottoman so that it's all grouped into what rooms it goes in to make it a little bit easier to grab everything. And then the last thing is to gather everything that needed to be ironed, which is usually not too much, and then I put it in my bin to iron later in the week. Anyway, so that's the end of this video. I hope you really liked it. Let me know if you're looking forward to seeing the rest of my weekly cleaning routine by giving this video a thumbs up and letting me know down in the comments. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Hey
happy homemakers, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my Tuesday cleaning routine with you all, which is floors. I'm going to be sweeping, mopping, and vacuuming, showing you how I do that around my other morning chores, and also how I try to keep my toddlers busy so that I can get things done. My hope for this video is that you get some inspiration for your own cleaning schedules, and also that it motivates you to get in and get some cleaning done. Really quick, if you're new to my little space here on YouTube, my name is Justine, and on my channel I'm all about joyful motherhood, natural living, and an orderly and peaceful home, and I'd absolutely love to have you as a subscriber, so please make sure you sub and introduce yourself down in the comments below. If you're not new, I'm so happy that you're back. Please take a second to like this video because it helps me out on YouTube so much, so if you would take a second right now and hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. The first thing I do is to get the kids busy with some toys so that I can get a little work done, and I always turn on some worship music for the kids. I'll have it linked down below, same as last time. I just feel like having some background music on keeps them a little bit more entertained and playing independently in the living room. This time, however, as soon as I turned it on, they started dancing to the music, which was so cute. I love it when they're that happy. As soon as they're happily playing in the living room, I head to the kitchen to start cleaning up after breakfast. And I don't know, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I always have some sort of drink whenever I'm cleaning. I don't know why, I just really like carrying a drink around with me, whether it's tea, coffee, or LaCroix, or sometimes even just water. I just always have something good to sip on while I work. So first I just quickly put away any food that was left out, and just to keep things real, my kids are not perfect while I'm cleaning. There are quite often little fights that I have to go and break up. But for the most part, they have been getting along a lot better, and they have so much fun with each other. Even though we just ate breakfast, the kids wanted a snack. Usually I try to give them some fruit or something, but we had just gone to Costco and bought these Annie snacks, so I gave them each a bag of cheddar bunnies, and I just let them eat it in the living room because I knew I was gonna vacuum in there afterwards anyways, so I didn't really worry about the crumbs. Next, I'm just gonna wipe down all of the countertops and the table with a wet rag, and then I just cleared the table of all the toys that were on it. After that, I just unloaded the dishwasher from the night before, and I'm actually getting a lot better about doing the dishes after dinner. For a long time, I was just too tired to do it and just left it for the next day, but then I always felt like I was behind as soon as I woke up the next morning. So just spending a few extra minutes doing the dishes before I go to bed has been a really great thing, and then I just quickly empty the dishwasher every morning and refill it with the breakfast dishes and fill it throughout the day. Then I just quickly rinsed out our sinks and emptied out the drains. So the kids had a shorter attention span than normal this morning, so to keep them entertained longer and also to keep them off the floor since I was about to sweep and mop, I just brought out some coloring books and crayons and markers, which I do have to watch Coco with them because she is at an age where she wants to stick everything in her mouth still, and she will definitely try to eat the markers and crayons. But I really love these washable ones because if they get it on the table, it's no big deal, it just wipes right off. After that, I just started sweeping the kitchen, and I also moved the trash can so that I get behind it. Then I had a ton of crayons and markers to pick up before I swept under the kitchen table as well. I've been sweeping pretty much every single day, but every morning there's still a ton of junk on our floor. It's crazy how much gets on the floor when you have little toddlers, but they are definitely worth it. By the way, the coloring book that the kids are playing with is from the Dollar Tree. We recently went there and I found so many great toys for the kids. I only spent like $17 and they are loving everything we got. After that, I just quickly swept the entryway, moving the rug. I don't move the furniture on a weekly basis. I will reach under there with the broom, but as far as moving the couch and completely sweeping underneath it, I only do that about once a month. After the sweeping done, I was going to vacuum in the living room, but it was destroyed by the kids playing in there. So I put our couch back together. And then I was trying to get Marcus to help clean up his toys, but he really doesn't want to. So I convinced him that Gecko wanted to clean up, so he took his little Gecko toy and picked up all his train tracks. But I'm trying to get him in the habit of always cleaning up after themselves. So if any of you moms have any tips that work on how to teach toddlers how to enjoy cleaning up after themselves, I would appreciate it if you would let me know in a comment down below. After that, the kids were just done playing. I could not get them busy with anything else, so I just turned on PJ Masks so that I could mop without them walking everywhere. Usually I try to get them to just play, but today that was just not happening, so I did end up turning on the TV for them. For my weekly mopping, I used the Swiffer, and to save money, instead of buying the little cloths that you can get for it, I'm just using this reusable cloth that I got from the dollar store. I like to wet it on the sink, wring it out, and then put it around my Swiffer. It's the perfect size to put on your Swiffer. And then to clean the floors, I'm using one of my favorites. This is the Method Squirt and Mop Floor Cleaner. It works really well, but it's very easy and convenient to use, so that's why I like it, because I don't have to get out a whole mop bucket and everything. And also with the cloth around the Swiffer, because you can't wring a Swiffer out, if you put the cloth on right, you can actually rotate it to a clean spot on the cloth up to 4 times by turning it over and stuff. So that's how I've been doing my mopping lately, and it really works, and I'm not spending any money on the disposable cloths. anytime Chloe sees me mopping or sweeping, she has to come in all on her own with her little toy mop. It is the sweetest thing. I absolutely love that she wants to do everything that mommy's doing. After I mopped under the table, which is the dirtiest area of our floor, it was time to rotate the cloth like I told you earlier. So I just switched it to a clean section and continued mopping. It used to be a little stressful to have Chloe kind of underfoot while I'm cleaning, but now I just think it's a really special time because she is growing up so fast and I try to incorporate her in everything with me. And I almost forgot to mention that for the wood floors, I do switch out to use the wood floor cleaner from Method. Same thing, it's the squirt and mop, but this one smells like almonds and it's the most delicious scent that you want to just eat. It smells so good. I really love the almond scent right now. Chloe kept trying to mop with me, but she was slipping all over the floor, so I put her back on the couch to watch the movie. And at that point, it was nap time for the kids. Typically, they go down between 11 and noon. Sometimes it's before lunch and sometimes right after. But today they had that snack early in the morning, so we did go down before. And I try to just watch them. If they're getting a little bit more fussy and fighting a little bit more, they'll go down a little bit earlier. They've been sharing a room for a while now and they have always done really great together. I just keep that tent in between them while they're napping so they can't see each other, and I've really never had a problem. It's been a really good experience. I try as hard as I can to get the most of the work completely done so that hopefully I'll have a little time to just sit down and relax, because it's really important to me to get my work done in the morning so that in the afternoon I can just focus on playing and having a little bit of fun with them before it's time to start making dinner. The next area I was going to sweep and mop was the little hallway and our master bathroom, which is kind of hard to film. There just really was no great camera angle. Anyways, this area doesn't get all that dirty because it's only me and Daniel walking around in here. And then after that, I just quickly mop the bathroom, and then I don't have to do it on bathroom day, and it's a quicker, easier job. And another thing I really like about these cleaners I've been using for a while now is that the floors dry really quickly, which is really nice because I don't have to not walk on the floor for a while. They evaporate very quickly. After that, I just got out my Dyson and vacuumed the living room. I've had this Dyson for several months now and I still love it every time I use it. I got it on Amazon. This is the V7, which is a lot cheaper. Like, I thought Dysons were really expensive until I found this one. It was like $239, I think, on Amazon. I'll have the link down below if anyone's interested. But it really has been a game changer. I use it every single day and I love it so much. I was worried about the V7 not being a strong enough motor or the battery dying, but I did a full review on it if you guys have more questions, so I'll link that video down below as well. The last area of my house I needed to tackle was my bedroom, which is very messy, but not as messy as it used to get ever since I've been getting rid of a bunch of stuff and trying to be more minimalistic. So the room has stayed less cluttered, but there are definitely a lot of clothes around that we just wear and didn't hang up, or some that needed to go in the laundry, and my bed was not made that morning either. I find that I have to get up at 6 a.m. to get ready, read my Bible, and make my bed. Otherwise, there are some things that are left undone. Because once the kids are up, I have to get them breakfast, change their diapers, get them dressed, and I don't have time for it until later. I'm really liking how our bedroom is coming together. I've been decorating it slowly over time, the last year and a half, and I really like how it's looking, but I do want to get a headboard eventually. I'm thinking of getting like a gray tufted headboard, and I really like the look of velvet, but I'm not sure. I've never really seen anyone with a velvet headboard, so if you guys have one of those, let me know how you like it and if that fabric holds up really well down in the comments. I would really appreciate some advice. When there's a ton of clutter in my house, my method of cleaning it up is putting it all together in one spot. So I quickly made my bed and then piled everything on top of it and then vacuumed the floors. Again, I don't really move any major furniture while I'm doing my weekly vacuuming, but I do try to vacuum under the bed and dresser. After that, I just go through everything that's piled up on my bed, and a lot of it is out because I've been menu planning, so I have a lot of recipe books out, but there was a lot of clutter that I put away, and then some clothes that also need to be hung up. So like I was saying earlier, I've been getting into better habits of doing the dishes after dinner at night, but now I need to get in the habit of hanging up all my clothes and putting them away before bed. So that's the area that I'm going to be working on now. I hang up all of my jackets and some shirts in my closet, and then put all my jeans away in the drawers. So that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my Tuesday cleaning routine. Wednesday is going to be a bit of a different one, so I will have that up next Monday if I'm able to. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving it a like, and also letting me know in a comment down below. Also leave me a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see on my channel next, because I love getting your suggestions, and obviously I want to make what you guys want to see. I hope this video got you inspired to get up and clean, or kept you company if you cleaned along with me. Once again, please make sure you subscribe if you are new. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Hey happy homemakers, welcome back. So today's video is going to be an ultimate cleaning routine. I hope to provide you guys with some extreme cleaning motivation, show you how I keep my kids busy while I'm trying to tackle chores, as well as taking you through my weekly cleaning routine, which today is Wednesday, so that is meal planning, which is something that I really have fun with. But I'm also super excited because I have a freebie for you guys. I put together my own meal planner, and I'm going to be telling you how you can download the PDF for yourself later on in the video. If you've never been around to my channel before, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. Would you please take a moment and hit that red subscribe button, because I would love to have you be part of this channel. If you're not new, I am so happy you are back. Please don't forget to take a minute and hit that like button, because it helps my channel out so much on YouTube, and I would be incredibly happy if you would leave me a thumbs up. In addition to that, please leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite homemaking videos are, and tell me something unique and quirky about yourself, because I love getting to know my subscribers just a little bit more, and I will be sharing my quirky trait with you guys later on in the video. I always try to wake up at least 1 hour before Marcus and Chloe so that I have time to do my own morning routine before they wake up. Usually I'll read my Bible and then start my hair and makeup, but sometimes if I wake up on time, I'll have time to actually make my bed and go get breakfast started as well. Those are always the best mornings, but it is all dependent on how early I went to bed the night before. This morning was a good morning. I actually did get to make my bed. Then also I went through some clutter that was just on my floor and folded up and put my pajamas away. Right on time at 7 a.m., both babies woke up. They are very early risers, and I'm lucky if they sleep until 7. And I know that they are not so much of babies anymore, but they're still my babies and I love them. After that, it's time to get the kids ready for the day, change diapers, Marky go potty, and then it's time to head in the kitchen and eat breakfast. And I should be eating breakfast with the kids, but this is the best time for me to fix Chloe's hair for the day, because she'll be very distracted with food and hold still enough to let me do it. I've been having a lot of fun with different hairstyles for her now that her hair is getting long. Daniel had an early morning appointment this morning, and on his way home he got me a chai from Starbucks, which is really sweet of him, and I had actually already turned off the camera, but I had him reenact it and walk back in with the chai. Even though they're just little, the kids have chores that they need to do as well. One of their only chores is clearing their plate after breakfast. Marky can take his to the sink all by himself, but Coco can't reach it, so her job is to bring it to Marky and he puts it in the sink for her. But this morning, that didn't work out so well. Coco accidentally dropped her plate on the floor, but then they were both so upset. It was the cutest thing. After that is when I turn on worship music for the kids. It's a playlist on YouTube that I will have linked down below. And then I pull out some toys, some books, whatever will get their attention and keep them busy. I do usually sit down and play with them for a few minutes and then try to slip away when I think that they are engaged enough. And then I head into the kitchen to start doing the morning cleanup. First thing I do is wipe down the table with a washcloth, and as you can see, Chloe was in here with me. She didn't care about her books and toys this morning, but I just do what I can, and sometimes I'll direct her back into the living room. After that, it was time to put away any food that was left out. I put the kids' leftover milk back in the fridge and save it for lunchtime, and then I wiped down all the counters. After that, I unload the dishwasher from the night before, and this is new for me. I've usually been too lazy to stay up at night and do this, but it is so nice to wake up to clean dishes in the dishwasher and just put them away. I feel like my day is going so much better, and versus the other way where I wake up feeling like I'm behind for the day. So I'm actually getting into a habit now. I've been doing it for a couple weeks. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've been making a conscious effort, and it's really nice to wake up to no dishes in the sink and you just have to put away clean dishes and then load the dishwasher with just a few breakfast dishes. And just as a precaution, in case little Chloe should get into the dishwasher, I like to put all of my knives and other sharp objects facing down in the very back of the dishwasher, just in case she should ever get in there. The dishwashing pods that I'm using right now are the Method Power Dish ones. They get the dishes really clean. I really do like these. And then I just start my dishwasher. After that, it's just time to wring out my washcloth and rinse out the coconut scour pad that I used to clean the dishes. And Coco and Marky both came in, each holding a baby, each holding a diaper bag, and being so cute that I just had to stop working and film them because, oh my goodness. Anyway, so back to the dishes. I just rinse out the sink and empty out the drains because we don't have a garbage disposal. And I just had to film this clip of my sink because there are no dishes in it and it just feels so good to have an empty sink. After that, I took out the garbage because it was getting pretty full. Usually Daniel does this, but he had already gone to work. After that, it is time to sweep the floors, and usually I sweep the kitchen and the dining room area once, if not twice a day, and no matter how often I sweep, it looks like I never swept the floor before. Our floors get so dirty. By the way, that checkered rug in my kitchen is new. I just got it from Target online. I wanted to share that just in case anyone else thought it was really cute too. That it is time to get into my meal planning. So I grab a few cookbooks that I've been wanting to make stuff from, and by this point the kids are usually kind of done playing by themselves in the living room. So today I decided to get a project out for them where they could work along with me. So I got them some crayons and markers, all washable of course, and some coloring pages, and sat them down beside me so they'd feel like they were doing something with mommy. Play-Doh is also another thing that we do at the table, but it gets a lot messier. after the kids are busy, I can get to my meal planning, and this is the meal planner I put together. I have some space to plot out my weekly menu and also a couple pages full of every dinner that I've ever made that my family really loves. And by the way, if you guys want to download a free PDF of this meal planner, I'll have the link in the description box below, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a meal calendar and then a space to put all my sticky notes of meal plans that I've already put together. So anyways, the way I like to start with my meal planning for the week is to go through my cooking calendar. And this is the quirk about me. I am obsessed with vintage cookbooks. I love cooking from them because first of all, they're so cute, but also because there are never any fancy or super hard to find ingredients in them. They're just really good, simple cooking. In the back of my menu planner, I have some shopping list pads, so I just grab one for my binder so I can start writing down what I need. And the first book I go through is my cooking calendar. This book lists every fruit and vegetable that's in season for the month. So I just go through the list, writing down some of the vegetables and fruits that sound good to me, and then I'm going to try to come up with some recipes centered around those, because in season fruits and vegetables just taste the best because they're picked when they're ripe, but also they're usually a really good price. And in case you're thinking, great Justine, that's nice, you have that cookbook, I actually made a video listing out all the in-season fruits and vegetables for almost every month, and I'll have that playlist linked in the description box so you guys can go through it too. I try to plan healthy, balanced meals incorporating all of the food groups, but I like to pay attention to texture and color too, so I'll serve something crunchy with something smooth and make sure there's plenty of veggies. Next, I go through my Martha Stewart food magazines for the month, because monthly magazines will also give you fresh inspiration for what's in season for the month. I've saved these issues for several years now, and I just pull out the current month every time. What I like about summer is that everything is all about grilling, so I'm super excited to be getting out on my grill, which, side note, I did just upload a video called Once for Dinner, sharing 4 summer meal ideas, 2 of which were out on the barbecue, so if you guys want to see that, I will have it linked down below. Another reason I like to write out the fruits and vegetables first is because I like going to the farmer's market. So first thing, I'm going to try to find any of these there because they are picked fresh from the farm and they taste amazing, but also I'm helping local farmers. And then whatever I can't find, I will get at Trader Joe's. After that, I flipped through the other August issue of the food magazine. I came across a recipe that I didn't want to make this week, but I put it on my monthly calendar so that I wouldn't forget to make it some other time, and that was to have a family pizza night. I found a couple recipes in there that I did feel like making. So the first one were some hamburgers. I'll probably do their brie and arugula hamburger. And then the other one was some salmon. I have made these hamburgers before, so I already had them written out on a sticky note. And that's the way I like to use this planner. I write out the recipe name on the sticky note, what recipe book I can find it in, as well as some side ideas and then variations on the recipes as well. I used to do it this way all the time, but then I was re-inspired by my friend Caitlin, who also has a YouTube channel. I'll link her down below. It's called Mommy in the Making. But this way is super fun because it looks really organized, but also I don't have to write out the full menu every time. The next way I get inspiration on what to cook is by going through that family favorites meal section. Again, it has like every recipe that I've ever made listed out, and I've highlighted the ones that I really love serving for company. And anytime I try out a new recipe that ends up being our favorite, I will write it down on that list. I was so lost in the meal planning that I didn't notice that Coco had been eating a marker, so her lips were all turquoise. But luckily these are washable markers and I'm pretty sure they're not toxic. But she definitely needs to be watched really closely. After this, I actually had to take a break from meal planning because the kids and I went to the park to see Reptile Man, which the kids had so much fun. And after we got back, the kids went down for a nap, so I headed back to the table to finish out my meal planning. The next thing I'm going to go through is my vintage outdoor cookbook because, like I said, we are obsessed with cooking outside right now. So I went through it trying to get some inspiration. And I'll be honest, this week I really kind of lacked motivation to do this. I thought that's probably the best time to film this video because I show you what I really do to get myself motivated to plan out a menu for the week. I looked through the index of the recipe book for some chicken ideas, but honestly nothing really spoke to me. However, I did find a couple summer dessert recipes that looked good. So I added another sticky note to the other side of my page and wrote down a peach crisp. And also because cucumbers are in season, I thought I would add them to a lunches. And usually I don't need to write down breakfast or lunch ideas because we kind of just have like whatever we have, you know, yogurt, cereal, toast, stuff like that. But if there's something a little different, then I do write it down on another sticky note. And to use up the cucumbers, I want to make some cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches. My next resource for meal planning is Pinterest. I have a ton of yummy looking recipes on my Pinterest board. I'll link it down below if any of you guys want to look. So today I'm going to try out this creamy sun-dried pesto gnocchi. I like to try a new recipe once a week. It's just really fun. It helps me be creative, but also I'm not challenging my kids and my husband to try new stuff too often. So because this is a new recipe, I start out a new sticky note, and I'm also going to write down a couple side ideas too. I think for the gnocchi, I wrote down salad or some sort of vegetable side and some sort of rustic bread. I went through looking for some fresh, summery dinner ideas, but also I looked through the crock pot section because sometimes I like to put my crock pot outside on my back porch so that whatever we're eating can cook out there and it doesn't heat up the house. You may notice that there's only room for 6 meals on this planner, and that's because once a week we usually eat leftovers or eat out once a week. I'm sure that's pretty typical for a lot of families. Another thing I'm all about right now is casseroles and things that only take one dish to make because they are great to feed families and easy cleanup, but also pretty easy to throw together as well. And I found 2 casserole ideas that I wanted to make in there. So here's my menu for the week, including the dessert and lunches. And now it's time to write out what ingredients I need. Usually I have a pretty good idea of what I have in my pantry and on hand in the fridge. So I just go off of memory. So I'll just go through the recipes and list any ingredients I know I don't have. I usually shop at Costco and Trader Joe's, so the list is split into 2. So one half of the list is for Costco, and the other half I write out everything for Trader Joe's. Then I pull up the Pinterest recipe on my phone and write out the ingredients for that. And whenever I try out a recipe from Pinterest, I just make it using my phone, but then if it becomes a family favorite, I will write it out on a recipe card and put that in my recipe box. And then we are all set for the week, and tomorrow is going to be market day. Last thing I do for chores before doing something fun with the kids is to head outside and water my plants, which you can tell I'm really bad at because my flowers were wilting. Anyways, that's the end of this video. I hope it gave you guys some really great inspiration. And again, if you want to download the meal planner, the link is down below in my description box. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and leave a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see next. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Hey happy homemakers, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to have some ultimate cleaning motivation. Today I'm going to share my Thursday weekly cleaning routine, which is marketing day. I'll be showing you how I keep on schedule when I'm trying to finish up chores and get out of the house with 2 toddlers. I'm also hoping you get some extreme cleaning motivation from this video. If you've just found me here on YouTube, hello, my name is Justine, and on my channel I'm all about joyful motherhood, natural living, and an orderly and peaceful home. I'd love to have you as subscribers, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and please say hello down in the comments and let me know where you are from. I try to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, which is an hour before my kids, to get myself ready for the day. This really helps when we're trying to get out of the house quickly, because on market day, I like to do my shopping and all my chores before the kids go down for a nap, so in the afternoon we have time to play and do fun things, and I don't feel like I'm doing chores all day. But even on days when we don't go out of the house, I try to put a little bit of effort into my appearance, because I find that I'm more refreshed and confident, but also I'm a lot more productive that day versus days that I don't do my hair and makeup. However, I do only wash my hair every 3 days or so, and it's a lot quicker to get ready that way, but I do have a few products that I really love to help refresh and revive my 2nd and 3rd day hair, which some people have been asking me about that lately, so I'll have those products listed down below. Dry shampoo is my best friend, and I also use a texturizing mousse and some leave-in conditioner as well. That helps get rid of my bedhead, and then I just quickly blow dry my hair. The leave-in conditioner protects my hair from heat because I usually do like to curl it quickly. It only takes me about 4 or 5 minutes the way I do it. I just take my curling iron, wrap it around the midsection of my hair for like 10 to 20 seconds, and then let it out, and then just kind of separate it by pulling the ends of my hair apart, and then just kind of mess up the front that frames my face a little bit by rubbing it with my fingers. I get a lot of questions about my hair and makeup in my videos, so I just thought I would go into it a little bit right now. If you just want to see the cleaning, you can skip a little bit. But I try to do very natural, minimal makeup for every day, and you don't need a full face of makeup or anything too glamorous for days that you're just around kids, but even just a little bit of concealer under your eyes and covering any blemishes, and just applying a little blush, mascara, and a little bit of eyebrow powder can really just lift your mood. After that, if the kids are not awake yet, it is time to make the bed, and on some days Daniel goes into work a little bit later and he actually will help me, but most days I do make the bed by myself, or sometimes I don't even make it, but that's not what this video is about today. So anyways, we quickly just fold up our pajamas, put them away, talk about our plans for the day, and then make the bed together. After that, it's time to head into the kitchen and start breakfast for Daniel and the kids and myself. I try to switch it up every day and do something a little bit different instead of just having cereal every morning. So today we're having scrambled eggs, which is a favorite of the kids. They especially like it because Daddy always puts cheese in them, so I added a little cheese this morning for them as well. I did get a little bit of eggs on the counter, and anytime I'm working with eggs, I like to disinfect the counters, and I really love this Method spray. It's the citrus scent. It smells really good, but it also disinfects the counters, and then I just wipe that down. Every morning I like to make myself a cup of tea. Sometimes Daniel surprises me by running to Starbucks. If he has an early morning meeting or something, he'll come back and bring me something, which is really nice. But I really love making my own tea. I use a few drops of stevia. Black tea is my favorite right now, so today I'm doing some English breakfast. And I really like putting it in this tea tumbler because it keeps my tea warm all morning long. While that was steeping, I just mixed my eggs and they were almost done, and that's when I added some shredded cheddar cheese. When my tea was done, I added some milk to it. This is my favorite way to have tea. I used some oat milk this morning, but honestly, it's not my favorite in tea. I like regular milk or almond milk so much better. I always try to serve the kids a well-balanced meal, adding some fruits or veggies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so today I had some chopped up avocado, which the kids loved, and also some whole grain buttered toast. For some reason, the kids slept in super late this morning, which is awesome. I was able to get breakfast on the table, get myself ready, make my bed. So it was already off to a good start. So I quickly dressed them and then we all headed in the kitchen for breakfast. The kids woke up so late that Daniel didn't actually get a chance to eat breakfast with us this day. So on those days it's really rough because the kids don't get to see him all day. That's just where life is right now, and that's okay. After that, it's time for cleanup, and I just quickly put any food away, and then I like to soak the pans that I used for scrambled eggs for a little bit before I scrape the eggs out. It just makes it a little bit easier. Then I wiped down the counters and wiped down the kids because Chloe is very messy. Marky not so much, but Coco is my messy girl, and I love her. The kids have been clearing their own plates for quite a while now, and sometimes Marcus just remembers to do it without me saying anything, which is so sweet. Today we had another casualty and Marcus dropped his plate on the floor, which wasn't too bad. There was only a few pieces of eggs in there, but he always gets so upset when something like that happens. It's so sweet. Coco can't reach the sink, so she always hands it to Marky, and then he takes care of it for her. After that, it took a little bit to convince Marcus to pick up the food he dropped, but in the end he did, and he went to throw it away, but he accidentally threw the plate away too. And the camera is so shaky on this part because Chloe was helping me film. So I know a lot of people have those colorful baby fences to block the kids off into an area, but I don't want to go and buy some. I don't want something like that laying around my house. So my trick is to just move my sofa in the way of the kitchen. This is what I do when I need to just clean up the kitchen in a hurry and I don't need the kids in there making messes behind me, because today, like I said, we're trying to get our shopping done before they go down for a nap at noon. But also we want to get to toddler time before that, and we have to get to the library by 10. I also block off the laundry room and my bedroom so I don't have to keep checking on them. They just have this nice big play space, which is the living room all the way into their bedroom, and I know that they can't get in too much trouble. For a few moments I just sat down and I think I was answering comments on YouTube. I can't remember at this moment, but I try to get the kids playing. I do a little bit of playing with them to get them interested in what we're doing. Today I had to clean up a little bit because they don't like playing as much when everything is chaotic. They like things to be kind of neat. So I cleaned up a little bit and then I put a little bit of the train track together so that Marcus would get interested in it. After that, I quickly went into my bedroom to make sure I had everything I needed in my diaper bag. A couple diapers, extra change of clothes, some water, everything we need for our morning out, and of course not forgetting my shopping list. Then I changed my shoes to my going out shoes and head in to clean as much of the kitchen as I possibly could before we had to leave. First thing, I just clear off the table and wipe it down with a rag. After that, Marcus kept trying to get into the kitchen, pretending he was a superhero, which was really cute, but I told him he needed to stay on that side. I don't do this every day. It's only the days when we're on a real time crunch, and it works out really well. After that, I just quickly emptied the dishwasher from the night before. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but I like to just kind of empty everything and stack it into piles of stuff that goes in the same cupboards, and then at the end I will take those stacks and put them away. I feel like it just saves me some trips back and forth. Let me know if that just made sense and if you guys do that as well. After that, I just grab my tea, I get a couple snacks together for the kids just in case they get hungry while we're shopping, which always seems to happen, and then also pack some water for them. Then I head out with the kids to get them in the car so we can make it to toddler time. We were a few minutes early at this point. However, the first time I walked out to the car, the kids ran out in 2 different directions, which was really stressful. So I took them back in the house and we tried it again, and they did the same thing. They were just not listening to me today. So we went back inside. I really talked to them about why they needed to listen to mommy and not run towards the road. And 3rd time's the charm. We walked out to the car together and Marcus was super obedient. So things don't always go perfectly, but we practice and practice and practice. I was fully aware that we might even miss toddler time, which would have been a sacrifice for me too, but I really wanted them to know how serious this was, that they needed to listen to mommy when we get out to the car. And it was really nice because the 3rd time we walked out, they were perfect little angels. Marcus even started walking away around the car and then came right back to me after I called him. And I just wanted to share that story in case any other mamas are in the same boat. I was fully convinced that we were going to miss toddler time because they pass out tickets and when they're gone, they're gone. But we did make it there on time and the kids had a blast, and Chloe and Marcus knew that they needed to listen to mama when she said something. After toddler time, which only lasts half an hour, we went to Trader Joe's to do our weekly shopping. And then Marcus grabs a little kid cart, which I only let him do it one time, and now he thinks that he needs to do it every time, which is a little more stressful for me, but it's also a really good teaching moment for him. He learns to listen to mommy and be careful with what he's doing. And the cool thing about him is that he only picks out things that we actually buy. That's always on my list. So I don't know how he knows, but he's just really good about that. After that, it was time to get home, get the kids fed, and then down for naps. Can you try one bite? Yeah. Good job. Is it good? And I do get questions on how I get Marcus and Chloe to go down for naps really easily, and I talk a little bit more about that in my previous cleaning video, so I'll have that one linked down below if anyone is interested. Once they were down, I brought my groceries in from the car. It was the first chance I got because everything was just so busy. Good thing I didn't have any meats or anything. I do my meat shopping at Target. Usually I spend $25 to $45 at Trader Joe's, but today I spent like $89 because we haven't been there in a couple weeks. But basically I do all my bulk shopping of meat, grains, breads, anything that freezes well from Costco once a month. And then I do smaller weekly shopping trips at Trader Joe's for odds and ends and fruits and fresh produce. I'm trying to get more organized in my fridge, but it is still a work in progress. So if you guys want to see an organizing my fridge video, let me know. I did recently organize my pantry, which I'm so happy with how it looks still. It's a lot easier to keep more orderly. I'll have that video linked down below if you guys are interested. And I also did buy a basil plant because I'm making some sun-dried tomato pesto gnocchi, and I just bought the live plant because I thought it would be really nice to have in my windowsill. After that, I just quickly did the breakfast and lunch dishes. Usually I do this before the kids go down for the naps in the mornings, but like I said, we were trying to get out of the house. I think we left the house right around 9:45, so I didn't get a chance to load the dishwasher today, so I just did it when the kids went down for a nap. Because I soaked the pans that I cooked the scrambled eggs in, it was a lot easier to wipe out and put in the dishwasher. After that, I just emptied the drains and threw that trash away, and then I rinsed out the sinks. There were quite a few toys scattered around the living room, but that's not what I came in to clean today. The kids would wake up and play with them again anyways. But today is also ironing day, and I always try to do it when the kids are napping because I don't want them to be around the iron while it's hot, just in case they might get burned. It's a lot less stressful that way for sure. I grabbed my bin of all the ironing that I've been saving up for the past few weeks. I don't do it every week, just when I have quite a bit to do. And then I turn on a movie for myself. Sometimes I listen to music, sometimes Audible, but today I felt like putting on an old TV show, and one I love is the Dick Van Dyke Show. I never get tired of watching it. I try to iron as little as possible because I don't have a ton of time to be doing this, and I don't usually iron my shirts. It's only if I've hung dry them rather than putting them in the dryer, and sometimes they just tend to get really wrinkly that way. And then I iron any blouses as well. And watching a show while I'm doing this just makes the time a little bit more enjoyable. I also usually have like a LaCroix out or some tea to sip on, and it just helps the time to be a little bit more pleasant. As far as the kids' clothes go, I hardly touch anything of theirs. The only things I do iron are cotton button-up shirts for Marky and cotton dresses for Chloe, because those seem to get really wrinkled when they come out of the dryer. dresses, I slip it on the end of my ironing board and lay the skirt flat and iron from the bottom up to the gathering. For shirts, I usually do the collar first, and then I iron the front sides, and then the back, and then do the sleeves last. I also refill my iron quite often with water because the steam helps things iron out a lot better. As far as Daniel's shirts go, I do dry a lot of them in the dryer, but he has a couple work shirts that will shrink and just get, you know how sometimes they get just a funny shape afterwards. So I do hang dry these, and they get a lot of wrinkles that way, so I do iron them. I need to start getting him shirts that are a little too big so I can always put them in the dryer. At that point, Daniel unexpectedly came home a bit early. I think it was about 2:30 or 3 at this time. So that was nice, and the kids didn't end up waking up while I was still ironing. Like I said, I hadn't done the ironing in like 3 weeks, so it was quite a bigger pile than normal, but it was really nice to have him here because he just held on to them while I finished up the ironing and didn't have to worry about them touching it. After that, I put my iron away immediately so the kids don't touch it. I've always put it away hot. I just store it in a place where it's not going to burn anything, which is on top of my washing machine. I put my ironing board away and then went through the house delivering the neatly folded clothes. Thursday night is also the night we go to farmers markets, so I got out my reusable market bag with some organic muslin produce bags. I got these on Amazon. I'll have them linked down below. I'm trying to get more into like not using plastics and sustainable products and stuff, and I really love this set. It was only like $15 to $17, but it's something I want to use when I start shopping for produce at Trader Joe's as well. Anyway, so this set is really cool. It comes with 3 different sizes of mesh bags and then 3 different sizes of muslin bags for like nuts or grains or flour. Anyway, so the last thing I did for the day was to debone this chicken breast that I had bought at Costco the other night. I like to do this and have it in my freezer for any day that I need a quick meal idea. It's great to add to soups or to make burritos, and it's just a really great way to make a hurry up dinner. And while I was doing this, I just watched another mommy YouTuber. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned because there is still the Friday weekly cleaning routine to come. Please make sure you are subscribed and give this video a thumbs up and also leave me a comment letting me know what kind of videos you guys want to see on my channel coming for fall, because I'm really excited and I'm planning that content. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day and a great summer, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Hey happy homemakers, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing my Friday cleaning routine with you all. I'm going to be cleaning the bathroom and changing the linens, showing you how I keep my toddlers busy so I can get in and get it all done, and how I incorporate my daily chore into my regular morning routine. My hope is that you find this video useful and inspirational for your own cleaning schedules, and that it gives you all some extreme cleaning motivation. So this morning I actually got a late start to the day. I slept in for about an hour and woke up at the same time as the kids. And this morning my kids were not interested in playing by themselves so that mommy could go get ready. So what I ended up doing was set some toys on a table, gave them each a snack. Even though it was only an hour after breakfast, they really enjoyed that snack, and I was able to run into the bathroom, blow dry my hair, and then put on some makeup for the day. And I always get questions about my makeup, so I'm just going to go into it really quickly. I do a light foundation routine and then very minimal natural looking makeup. I really love this Tarte blush in the color Exposed because it is a very light and natural tone. So I just put that at the apples of my cheeks and brush upwards. And then I do usually wear a little bit of eyeshadow, but I only do 2 shades. I put either a nude or a light pink on my eyelid, and then a little bit darker brown in the crease. It only takes a few seconds and it helps me look a lot more awake and refreshed for the day. I really think that brows can pull a look together, and I've been using this brow powder duo by Anastasia for the past 10 years. This is only my second package, by the way. They last forever. It's such a good product. So I just kind of mix the 2 powders together, and I just fill in the sparse areas of my brows. I don't do much shaping at all. After that, I just take a big powder brush and I use it to blend the outer edges of my eyeshadow and also on my eyebrows to make them look a little more natural. For the last little while, I've been using the Lash Sensational mascara for my eyelashes by Maybelline in the color Very Black. I use waterproof all the time because my eyelashes will go straight downwards and do not hold a curl no matter what I do if I'm not using waterproof. And normally I don't put anything on my lips, but lately I've just been putting some nude lip liner and maybe some chapstick on my lips, and I really like that it gives me just a little bit more definition. After that, I just quickly curl my hair. It only takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and I did go through this in a previous video, and I'll have that link down below if anyone wants to see exactly how I do it. And after that, I just add a little bit of dry shampoo at the roots for volume, and that's all I do with my hair. Even though the kids were already up and I was already running an hour behind schedule, I feel like it's really important to get myself ready for the day because it really helps my mental well-being, but also it helps me be a lot more productive. So I think it was really important for me to spend about 15 minutes on my hair and makeup if there was any hope of me getting back on track for the day. After that, it was time to get back into the kitchen and clean up after breakfast, so I quickly turned on a VeggieTales silly song playlist on YouTube for the kids to keep them entertained, but honestly that was not working this morning. So I got a puzzle out in hopes that it would get Marky busy, which it did work for a few minutes, but I wasn't sure how much I could get done while they were busy. So the first thing I do is clear the table and then take a rag and wipe it down and then replace the table setting, which is set all pretty because I just filmed a fall clean and decorate with me video. It was really fun, so I'll have that link down below if anyone wants to watch it. And after that, I just go into the kitchen and clean up after breakfast. I pile all of my recycling by the back door so that when I get a second I can take that out. And then there were just a few cookbooks to put away. And then I went to start emptying the dishwasher from dinner last night, which there's lots of pots and pans in our sink right now, and that's not because I've been behind on the dishes. It's because last night the kids decided to empty my cupboards of every single pot and pan that I own and played with them, which they had so much fun, but I couldn't fit it all into the dishwasher, so I had a lot to wash this morning too. And pretty much every morning now, Coco comes into the kitchen to help me clean up. It is so sweet of her. And to anyone who is happening upon my channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Justine and I upload videos on joyful motherhood, natural living, and an orderly and peaceful home. And I would love to have you as a subscriber, so make sure you hit that red subscribe button and introduce yourself in the comments down below. If you're not new, I am so happy you are back. Please let me know down in a comment down below if you guys have been watching all of these weekly cleaning routines and what kind of a series I should be starting up next. Also, don't forget to give this video a like because it really helps my channel out on YouTube, and I am so thankful whenever you guys do. After that, I give all the dishes a quick rinse, just any large pieces of food I don't want to get in the dishwasher, and then I load up all the pots and pans, and I tried really hard to make everything fit because I did not want to wash them by hand. After that, it's time to wash the last few dishes by hand, and what I like to do rather than filling up the whole sink, and I don't know if you can see this, but I had my cast iron pan in there and I just filled that with water and soap. It just saves a lot more water than actually filling up the whole sinks. So I was gonna use that water to wash the cutting boards, and then I accidentally dumped it out because I was so tired and had a mom brain. But anyways, that's one tip I learned from an aunt. If you guys only have a few dishes to wash, it just saves a lot of water if you use the largest pot or bowl as a basin instead of your sink. After that, Marky decided that he wanted to help me with the dishes, which he's never actually done before. But he is becoming more of a helper these days, and he's getting more and more interested in my camera and always wants to help me film whenever I'm making a video. After that, the kitchen was all clean and tidy, and it was time to start in on the sweeping. And I don't sweep the whole house every day, just the kitchen and dining room, because that's what gets really dirty. I do all the sweeping, vacuuming, and mopping on Tuesdays, so if you guys missed that video, I'll have that one linked down below. And then whenever I notice it, I will take out the trash and just set it by the back door until I have time to take that out as well. And because we would recycle every day, and I'm actually going to be starting a compost pile, we really don't go through a lot of those plastic garbage bags. We go through like one box a year, which I think is pretty good. So I do my best to cut down on waste whenever possible, because here in Oregon, you actually have to pay quite a bit to get rid of garbage, but recycling is always free. Anyway, so after that, I just finished up sweeping the floors. So if you guys remember in my last video, I mentioned that I really didn't have a schedule for when I changed my sheets, but that has since changed, and I found it really easy to throw it in on the bathroom day, because the bathrooms only take about like 15 to 20 minutes to clean, especially if you don't need to clean the tub, which I don't do every week. And I knew I didn't want to do it on laundry day because I feel like that's one of the biggest chores of the week. And whenever I tried to add in the sheets, I just wanted to wash them and then put them back on my bed. But the problem with that is the bed, but ends up being unmade the whole day. So I've just found it really easy to do on Friday, which is just before laundry day on Monday. So I just strip my bed, throw the sheets in the laundry, and then make my bed right away. That seems to work. And my goal is to do it once a week, but every other week is also fine. And because we were behind schedule and the kids were done playing on their own, I just let the kids help me with this chore, and they had so much fun unrolling the sheets, playing in them, and they also had so much fun helping mommy. But I will be honest, at some moments it does get a little bit stressful, and it can take up to 10 times longer. Also going to change the pillowcases of the pillows that we sleep with and wash those as well. Right now we have this light quilt on our bed for the summer, but in my fall cleaning routine, that's something I'm going to be switching out to either a thicker comforter or adding a thicker blanket underneath the quilt. I just folded up and put away my pajamas in my pajama drawer, which I keep in my nightstand, and then I picked up all the linens and put them in the dirty clothes hamper. Normally at about 11, I will have some time with the kids and we'll go on a walk or we'll do playtime, but it was already noon by the time I finished my chores because, like I said, we were running an hour behind schedule, so we skipped that today and we will do something fun in the afternoon. So I just put the kids down for a nap. Chloe was getting really tired. It was so sweet. Daniel was actually working out in our garage this day because that's where he has his office, so he came in to help put the kids down to say goodnight to them. Normally while they're napping I will do some editing or plan videos, but this morning I'm going to be doing my bathroom cleaning routine because I didn't get to that. If we hadn't been running behind, I would say this happens usually about 10:30. So the first thing I'm going to do is start soaking my tub with some tub and tiles to just kind of break down all the scum in there, and I'm using the Grove Collaborative brand of tub and tile cleaner, which, by the way, the fall promotion is going on right now for first-time customers. If you sign up using my link down below and spend $20 on their website, they will send you a great welcome kit of a Mrs. Meyer's trio and then a couple other gifts, which I will have linked down below. So if you're interested, it's a great deal. I've been a customer for a really long time and I think you guys would love to try it too. So anyways, I like to spray down the tub first to let that soak, and then also I like to let the toilet soak. And right now I'm using the Method toilet bowl cleaner, and I just squirt that along the inside of the toilet and get on to the rest of the chores, and by the time I come back to that, it will have broken down the scum and everything, and it will be a lot easier to clean. Product I'm going to be using is the anti-bac cleaner. I like to use stuff that disinfects when I clean my toilet, and the Method brand is more safe and natural, but it also is really affordable. And I'm just gonna let that all sit and move on to cleaning my mirrors. And I just take a microfiber cloth, and I like using that instead of paper towel because it ends up saving me some money. To clean the vanity, I'm just going to take the Method all-purpose spray and just spray everything. And then I'm going to use the same microfiber cloth that I cleaned the mirror with, but I like to do the mirror first because the sink is usually a little bit more dirty and I don't want it to leave streaks on my mirror. To get in this cracks, I have this really great little brush that I also got on Grove Collaborative. So I just scrub everything and then wipe it down. Moving on to clean the toilet, I'm just going to put on some rubber gloves first. I'm just going to take my toilet bowl scrubber and give it a good scrub. And I don't know about you guys, but there is always like that line at the back of the toilet that will not come off no matter how hard I scrub. So a little hack that I've been using lately and just really seems to work is to take a pumice stone, which I got this cheap one at Target, and just broke the handle off. And then you can get in there and scrub that line that's just above the water. And with a little bit of elbow grease, it comes off completely. And then to keep it from touching anything else because it's been in the toilet, I just store it in a recycled glass that I got from a jar of sun-dried tomatoes. Next, I like to wipe down the toilet, and I'm all about trying to use less waste, but I just don't really want to use a microfiber cloth on my toilet. That just sounds gross to put that in the laundry to me. So I do use toilet paper, and that way I can just put it in the toilet and flush it all down. And if you guys noticed, after scrubbing down the toilet bowl, I did not flush it down because I like to throw that used toilet paper into the bowl and then flush everything down with only one flush. And also I stick my brush under the toilet seat lid and just let it drip dry in the toilet before putting it back in the corner. After the toilet was nice and clean, I noticed that my basket of tissue was running low, so I just grabbed some more and restocked it. I like having it in this basket because it looks really nice, but it's also very handy. And this isn't something I do every day, but every once in a while I will fold the two corners of the toilet paper into a point, because that's something I learned from my friend who is a cleaning lady. And whoever uses the bathroom first will feel very special. After that, I just grabbed a bag and emptied out the trash. Moving on to the tub, I just start spraying it down again and then scrubbing it out with a scrub brush. I got this scrubber on Grove Collaborative as well. I think cleaning the shower is my least favorite job in the bathroom, like even worse than doing the toilet. I don't know why, it just feels really awkward and it's a lot of work. And to be honest, I think I might have forgotten what was in the glass jar and it was a lot harder to clean this time. So I might be having to get another brand of tub and tile. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. After that, I just rinsed down the walls with the shower head and then grabbed a cup from the kitchen and rinsed down anything that the water couldn't reach. After that, I noticed that our hand soap was getting low, so I grabbed my Method refill. And a money-saving tip that I've been using lately is, well, we really like our foaming hand soap, but what I've been doing is getting gel hand soap and filling it up halfway and then filling the rest with water, which that is all that foaming hand soap is. So I just fill it halfway with water and then give it a good shake, and it works just like the normal stuff. But the soap will last you twice as long, so you'll end up saving a lot of money. The last thing I'm going to do is grab some hand towels which were in the laundry and fold them in thirds and then in half and stick them in our basket because we don't have a lot of storage in this bathroom. I don't know if you noticed. So I've had to be really creative with the space, like the basket for the toilet paper and then this little basket for our hand towels. And all of our bath towels are hanging up behind the door. So anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys got some great cleaning motivation and inspiration for your own weekly schedules. Let me know if you guys enjoyed seeing this weekly cleaning routine series, and also what is your weekly cleaning schedule like? Let me know that in the comments down below. Once again, if you forgot to, please give this video a like. It really helps my videos do so much better, which means that I can continue making them for you guys. It's a really little thing, but it really helps the videos out, so I would really appreciate it if you guys would just hit that thumbs up button. I hope you are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.